Dark is a show that I think got super popular when everyone was stuck inside during the COVID lockdowns. But guess what? I wasn't watching Dark in 2020 when I was locked inside my apartment. I was watching 45 seasons of Survivor in a row nonstop. But I've heard great things about Dark and how it's kind of a trippy, hard to understand time travel show, and some of my viewers on previous videos have recommended I watch Dark in this format. The show went on for 3 seasons, and instead of watching all 3 seasons in their entirety, I'm just gonna jump into the series finale and see if I can understand one of the most notoriously confusing TV shows of all time. Here we go! The episode starts at a spooky pink house. This man with a big honkin' Adam's apple seals an envelope and puts it on his desk. It seems like he's a painter because there's paint all over his room, and oh, okay, he's gonna hang himself. So that note must have been a suicide note. Oh my god, and then a woman begins narrating in a different language. What language was that? The painter does hang himself, but then he wakes up? Is that him? No, this is a younger boy. Oh! Who is this? He looks like Darth Vader with his helmet off. He tells an old lady that she should be dead, which is really rich coming from a guy who looks like this. He says he had her killed, and she says that he has no idea how this game is played. Okay, I think they're speaking German. So now the question becomes, is the whole show in German, or is it just these 2 characters that speak German, and then we're about to meet our English-speaking characters? Feels like the show might be German. The old lady tells Darth Vader that he wants to break the knot, but instead he's keeping it intact. But he says that he killed Martha and that he killed something called the Origin. This old lady tells him that his world should have never existed. So I'm guessing someone was messing around with time travel and they went back in time and they had sex with a past person, and then they gave birth to Darth Vader. So he's like a time travel mistake man. All right, I think this old lady is about to explain everything. There's an origin world where a big mistake was made that started the knot, which I guess is some sort of crazy time travel paradox or something. This scientist, who kind of looks like if Ian McKellen wore glasses, built a time machine to try to bring his wife or his daughter or something back from the dead. But he screwed up and created 2 split worlds that I guess became intertwined, and that's why they call it the knot. The old lady says the only way to destroy the knot is to go back in time and prevent time travel from being invented in the first place. But if you go back in time and prevent time travel from being invented, then how did you ever go back in time? Because time travel never existed because you went back in time. But how did you go back in time? Because time travel never existed. Also, I'm pretty sure if Darth Vader stops time travel from being invented, he will no longer exist, right? Because this old lady was like, you're a mistake, you're a time travel mistake. Oh my god, this show's already getting itself into a paradox. It's basically like Back to the Future with Germans. If you take nothing else away from this video, it's that Dark is Back to the Future with Germans. The theme song is in English, but all the credits are very German names, so I think it's final. This show is really going to be in German. I better get ready to read for an hour and 15 minutes. Now we're in a room that looks like it burned down, and then the word paradise comes on screen. Interesting idea of paradise. Maybe it was paradise before it burned down. Also, maybe the fire that burned this place down also burned Darth Vader's face, and that's why he looks like that. This old lady keeps talking about someone named Ava, and then we see an older woman with a scar on her face talking to a young woman with a big cut on her face in the same spot. So this is presumably young Ava and old Ava. Then another Ava walks in with a gun, and old Ava says they have to kill someone. And then she walks into a room and there's another version of her, but this one doesn't have a scar. And then she turns and shoots someone. Who did she just shoot? Darth Vader and Ava are friends? Husband and wife? It's impossible to know. Why are there so many Avas? That's way too many Avas. Darth Vader asks the old lady how she seems to know everything, and she says she spent 33 years trying to piece together what the heck is going on. Which, honestly, does seem like the appropriate amount of time it would take to understand what on earth is happening here. Now we're in a graveyard, I guess. Who's this guy? I guess this woman's daughter, Regina, is dead now, but she says that because Regina isn't part of the knot, she will live. Everyone keeps telling each other that they know what they have to do, but nobody will just say out loud what they have to do. That would be super helpful for me right now, please. I may have created an impossible task with this show. Usually when I do one of these, it's all cute and fun because it's like, oh, you're jumping into the finale of a show. That's fun. You'll probably pick up on a few of the things. You'll at least kind of understand what's going on. With this, I don't know what's happening at all. I know that there's time travel. There's 3 worlds that were split off when Ian McKellen with glasses created time travel. There's a knot of those 3 worlds. They're all intertwined in some way. This is too much. I honestly couldn't even tell you with 100% certainty what language this is in. I guessed German. I could be wrong. Okay, is this woman the same person as old lady? Just younger? I guess they kind of look similar. I'm gonna say that this is old lady like 20 years in the past or something. All right, so it's established Darth Vader has a world and Ava has a world. Here they are, side by side, I guess, and a man walks out of these caves. Now, is this the same man? It kind of looks like the same man. What I'm learning here is that I might be racist against German people, because to me, they all kind of look exactly the same. Except for Darth Vader. He looks different than the others. Like, this guy looks exactly like this guy, right? They've got to be the same guy. They're just different ages. Also, I'm just gonna call it like I see it right now. This guy looks extremely German. You know how some people just kind of look exactly like the place that they're from? Like, they perfectly embody it. Like, the first time I ever laid eyes on Benedict Cumberbatch, I was like, yeah, that guy's British. Also, he has the most cartoonishly British name of all time. Benedict Cumberbatch? That's like if an American was named like Chad Rifle. This old lady's going on and on in the narration talking about how everything had to be done the same way over and over again in both worlds for some reason. While she's basically saying nobody has free will, we see a little boy with a box full of dead birds. Holy moly. Okay, we're seeing this boy as a boy and as an adult man back to back. His name is Helga, like the girl in Hey Arnold. The German man asks adult Helga the date and finds out that it's 1986. Which means little boy Helga must be in like 1950. Then little boy Helga runs away from the German man. So does adult Helga remember being chased by the German man as a child? Or are these two worlds like not actually connected? The German man asks adult Helga if he is in the house. Who is he? Then the German man wrestles both versions of Helga, and then he picks up a rock and bashes in his head. Why? Also, how? If he's bashing the little boy's head in and killing him, how is there an older version of Helga? I guess these two worlds aren't actually connected at all. These are like two completely different timelines. The German man drags adult Helga into this weird laboratory, and then he gets smacked by a crowbar. Whoa! This old man has a messed up face in the exact same way Helga's face just got smashed. So this is old Helga. How did he get here? Why would there be two Helgas in one world? Also, oh my gosh, this guy is killing the German man. I am just baffled right now. There is no understanding what is happening for me. I'm just along for the ride at this point. The old lady says she found the loophole that Darth Vader has been searching for. Apparently, during the apocalypse, time stands still and you're able to change things in the past. She pulls out what looks like a giant golden snitch and tells Darth Vader that he has to send Jonas and Martha to the origin world and, I guess, create the apocalypse? Okay, psycho. Who is Martha? And what happened to Ava? Also, who's Jonas? I'm guessing now, actually, Jonas must be the painter / that boy who woke up from his dream earlier. Now a magic dome suddenly appears over a factory, and we see Darth Vader walking into a room with that younger boy who woke up after the painter killed himself earlier. Darth Vader puts that golden snitch thing on the ground, and it begins spinning and lighting up, and then Darth Vader and the young painter disappear. Was that the apocalypse? No, there's no way. Now Darth Vader makes it sound like they're in a different world. Whoa! Darth Vader said, there's a way you can avoid becoming me. So Darth Vader is the older version of this young man. So is he also the painter, or was I just completely wrong about that? They walk out of this cave, which I'm starting to think is just like a portal where time travelers appear. Darth Vader tells young Darth Vader that he has to save the other Martha. He says, what we know is a drop. What we don't know is an ocean. That's basically exactly how I feel about this show right now. They see old man Helga walking into the cave portal, and Darth Vader says, today is the day of the apocalypse in her world. And then we see the German guy running into the cave portal, I think. That was the German guy, right? And Darth Vader hands Jonas the golden snitch and tells him to find Martha. Okay, let's just like breathe for a second and try to figure out what's going on here. Darth Vader is also the older version of Jonas, who is this young man who then grows up to be a painter, who then grows up to be Darth Vader. That's all one guy, just in different times of their life. Jonas now has to go find Martha. Martha is someone... I don't think we've met Martha yet. Ava is the lady with the scar on her face, and the old lady is Regina's mom. I don't know who Regina is or what her impact on the story is, but I'm pretty sure the old lady is Regina's mom. So that's kind of where we stand right now. I know what two of the characters' names are, and that's kind of where I'm at. Oh god, I think I actually got it wrong immediately. The old lady says that Adam will send Jonas to find Martha. So Darth Vader is Adam. But then why did Darth Vader say that Jonas was gonna end up being him? Is this video even entertaining for you to watch? I don't know if I've gotten a single thing correct. I feel broken. I'm losing my mind. Now the girl with the scar on her face, who I'm pretty sure is Ava, is on the back of a bike. Jonas is watching from behind a tree as she approaches an old man in the woods. What? He just called her Martha. I thought that was Ava. Ava has a scar on her face. This girl has a scar on her face. What's happening? So this is Martha. Who's Ava? 2 minutes after I tried to get everything straight, I got every single thing wrong. This is bad. Who is Martha? Now, if this is Ava, I think I know who Jonas is. We know Jonas. We know Adam is Darth Vader. Now we know that this is Martha, but for some reason they were calling her Ava. I couldn't be doing much worse than I'm doing right now at figuring this out. Maybe this is impossible. Jonas winds the snitch and runs at Martha and grabs her, causing them both to disappear. They reappear in another world, and Martha quickly realizes that this Jonas doesn't know her at all. I guess in Martha's original world, they were friends or maybe dating or something. Jonas tells her that they're in 1986, the day that Ian McKellen with glasses is gonna screw up time and space, and they have to stop him. Now Darth Vader has a torch. He looks at a huge painting of Adam and Eve. Oh, wait. Adam. Jonas is Adam? Okay, that's why. Okay, so Jonas is Adam. At some point in Jonas's life, he transforms into Adam. Oh my god. Ava. No, it's Ava. It's not Eve. I was about to say maybe Martha is Eve, but it's Ava. Okay. In German, is it Adam and Ava? Is Ava the German version of Eve? This is the only thing that makes sense to me. If Jonas is Adam, and then we thought we knew who Eve was, but then they called her Martha. I feel like Martha is Eve, Jonas is Adam and Eve, and they are called that because, I don't know if you've read the Bible, but Adam and Eve were the two first humans on Earth, right? So Jonas and Martha were like, hey, that's a good nickname for us, Adam and Eve. For some reason, I don't know why they're calling themselves that, but that has to be what's going on here. For my own sanity, okay, Jonas is Adam, Martha is Eve. I think we're in a good... we're going to find out. If this is right, this will make things so much easier to follow, and I'll feel like I don't need to quit making this video right now. I really hope I'm correct on this, but chances are I'm going to find out in 5 seconds that I'm completely wrong. Okay, Darth Vader, aka Adam, aka Jonas, walks into a weird dark room and pushes a lever that creates a crazy magic ball. And then we cut back to the portal cave with Jonas and Martha, aka Adam and Eve. Jonas says they're going to bring someone back from the dead, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about Ian McKellen with glasses' family, so that he never invents time travel in the first place because he only invented it to save his family. Now we're with old Martha in that room with the burnt Adam and Eve pictures. Darth Vader shows up with a gun. It looks like he's gonna kill her, and she even tells him to go ahead and do it because apparently when she was younger, she found the older version of herself dead in this very spot. So she's like, you're gonna kill me, it's fine, I already know it's gonna happen. But then Darth Vader reveals that his gun has no bullets in it. So now old Martha is confused because he's supposed to kill her, and she's like, what is going on? Darth Vader starts explaining it to her very cryptically, and then we see young Jonas and Martha in that cave. They find a little fun door and open it up and crawl through. During Darth Vader's cryptic monologue, he says that Ian McKellen with glasses lost his son, his daughter-in-law, and his granddaughter in an accident, and that's why he created time travel. Apparently they were forced off of a bridge and drowned. So I'm guessing that Jonas and Martha need to find that bridge and stop them from driving over it. Now we're in the lab of Ian McKellen with glasses, and he's turning on the machine. A bunch of kind of cheap looking sparkles fly near Jonas and Martha. Like, doesn't this feel like the editor just went on YouTube and typed in sparkle effect and then downloaded the first thing they found? There's a big energy beam shooting through the ground, and we glide into it, and then Jonas wakes up. But he's not in a bed. He's in a dark void full of that cheap looking sparkly stuff. I'm guessing this is the apocalypse. Also, this green screen is really tripping me out. Are Germans really bad at special effects? This looks so cheaply made. That's beside the point. Jonas and Martha yell for each other into the void, and then the sparkles disappear and a little girl opens a closet door. I'm assuming this is baby Martha because they kind of have the same hair. Baby Martha's mom shows up, and apparently baby Martha is some sort of psychic because she can see Jonas in the void world, but her mom can't. And now baby Jonas opens a door and looks at Martha in the void world. Wait, is Jonas's dad the painter that hung himself? I wish all German people didn't look exactly the same to me. I, for some reason, have German face blindness. Both baby characters close their doors, and Martha and Jonas are back to being alone in the void. They both walk backwards and they bump into each other. And then Jonas brings out the golden snitch thing and winds it up, and they walk into a very bright light. So I wonder if Martha tells someone, like maybe in season 1, she's like, when I was a little kid, I opened my closet and there was a guy in there and he was surrounded by like really cheap looking special effects. And now we're seeing that story paid off in a later I really hope that happened. I feel like they must have done that, right? Also, now that they have gone into that void world, I'm assuming that's the apocalypse. And now they are going to travel back to before time travel was invented. Now we're in a clock shop. I want to say this guy is young Ian McKellen with glasses. It's gotta be. They did a really good job casting. He's arguing with his son, who looks like the guitarist of a German metal band, about how he wants his son to take over the clock shop, but the son is like, I don't want this stupid shop. I want to play music, or something like that. The rockstar son is being super mean to young Ian McKellen with glasses. It starts raining outside, and this is definitely the moment when Ian McKellen with glasses' family gets in that car accident. The rockstar son storms off, and his wife follows him out into the rain with their baby. And now we're following their car. Jonas, Martha, where are you? Don't let them drive on the bridge. This dumb rockstar son is mad at his dad for what, liking science? It really seems like he's just pissed off because he has a smart dad who enjoys nerdy stuff. I know there must be more to it, but this guy sucks. Let your dad be a nerd. His wife leans over and starts kissing him while he's driving. Guys, these two might actually deserve to die. I hate them both. First of all, this rockstar son hates Ian McKellen with glasses for no discernible reason besides the fact that his dad is a little bit of a nerd and likes science. Who cares? He's your dad. Let him have special interests. Second, this lady with the life of a baby in her arms is distracting the driver in the rain. Don't kiss him while you're driving. Eyes forward. 10 and 2. Or I guess German, do they use military time in Germany? It'd be 10 and I guess it would still be 10 and 2. It's a clock. Never mind. And 3, by the way, don't hold your baby in the car. Get a car seat. What happens if you get in an accident? You're going to chuck your baby out of the windshield. Get a car seat for your baby. I hate these people. That baby is screwed. That baby has no chance of growing up to not be a terrible, terrible person. And I'm sorry to say it because Ian McKellen with glasses, I like that guy. And that's his granddaughter. But she's screwed. She's going to be a brat. She's going to be annoying. And maybe Jonas and Martha should just let these two die. Save the baby and give the baby a chance. These two other ones, let them go. I don't know why I'm reacting this way, but I do not like these people. Jonas and Martha appear in the middle of the street, and Rockstar Son peels out and comes to a stop. He gets out of the car to talk to Martha and Jonas, and they're being super weird for some reason. They just stand there in silence in the pouring rain. Say something. Finally, Jonas says that the bridge is closed. Rockstar Son doesn't believe him and heads back to his car, but then Jonas says, what we know is a drop. What we don't know is an ocean. And then Martha says, your father loves you. Rockstar Son is probably feeling crazy right now. Then Rockstar Son's wife comes out of the car with the baby into the pouring rain. Stay in the car. That baby's gonna get pneumonia. Also, unrelated, but when this actress gets soaking wet, she looks just like Jennifer Lawrence. Rockstar Son tells his wife that the bridge is closed and they get back in their car. Rockstar Son says they can leave tomorrow and he goes back to his dad's house. They did it! But doesn't this mean that Jonas and Martha should both disappear? Like if Ian McKellen with glasses never invents time travel, they don't exist. And he's not going to invent time travel if his family is alive. So how are they still here? It's Back to the Future with Germans. They should be disappearing. Now Jonas and Martha are outside, presumably waiting for each other to dissolve into thin air. And Jonas tells Martha that he saw her as a little girl in the closet while he was in the void world. And she says she remembers seeing him when she was younger. Okay, but hold up. If time travel never exists, right? Then Jonas would have never gone into the void world and never interacted with baby Martha. So baby Martha would never have the memory. But also, baby Martha wouldn't even... Wait. Who... Is that baby Martha in the normal world, or is that baby Martha in the... Oh my gosh. This whole thing is... It's all paradoxes. Did any of this happen? This show... Should this show exist? Or did none of this actually happen? Finally, Jonas and Martha begin to disappear, very similarly to the way that the Marvel characters do after Thanos snaps his fingers. Then we see Darth Vader and old Martha, and they start disappearing too. Okay, now who is this handsome guy? I guess this is an older version of Jonas. He looks like he exists in the past, right? Like he looks like he's living in 1905. Did Jonas just decide in one of these worlds, like, I'm gonna use time travel to just go live in the Gilded Age? Anyway, he disappears too. Now we see a ton of different versions of Jonas and Martha and that old lady being deleted from ever having existed, all while a very nice cover of What a Wonderful World is being performed by a very German-sounding person. But it's not over. We're back at that spooky pink house from the beginning of the episode. We see a family portrait of some people I don't think I've seen before, right? Who is this? They're toasting to Regina. Regina is the old lady's daughter, right? And she survived because, as the old lady said earlier in the episode, if the knot doesn't exist, Regina will survive. So mission accomplished. All of this, I guess, was for Regina. This guy at the table has a black eye, and he's about to tell everyone how he got it when there's a big bolt of lightning and the power goes out. One of the characters says Shiza, which is an incredible treat for me to hear said out loud. Shiza. Someone says, is this the apocalypse? Which makes me think that this must be that moment when Jonas and Martha went into that void. Now this pregnant woman named Hannah looks like she just saw a ghost. She sees a jacket sitting on a chair, and for some reason it's freaking her out. She says that she had this exact dream last night, and in her dream the world ended. But it was a good thing, because if the world is over, then you're free of everything. I'm gonna be honest, if I'm at this dinner party and this lady says, like, I kind of wish the world ended, I'd be like, come on, we're gonna go talk to someone. You're not well. You've got a baby in your tummy and you're talking about how you want the world to end. Let's just chill. Let's just relax. Then Regina says, if the world were to end today and you had one wish, what would you wish for? Pizza. The answer is pizza. But this one lady says, a world without Wyndon. Who is Wyndon, and what did he ever do to you that your one wish would be, let's get rid of Wyndon? You know you live in Germany, right? There are worse people that have existed that you could get rid of. Then they all toast to a world without Wyndon, and the lights come back on. They ask Hannah what she's gonna name her baby, and she says Jonas. And then the episode ends. Okay, so that's Jonas's mom. So presumably the guy with the black eye is Jonas's dad. So the painter is not his dad. The guy with the black eye isn't the guy who showed up in the closet, though, when Jonas, as a baby, peered into the void. That, again, I wish I could tell German people apart. That would make things so helpful for the show. Anyways, the guy with the black eye is Jonas's dad, I guess. So Jonas will still be born, but since time travel never exists, the version of Jonas that goes on to, like, create the apocalypse never exists, I guess. But there's still, like, a base version of Jonas that is allowed to be alive. Is that what's going on? It's either that or the ending of the show is just like, actually, this is all about to happen again, which would be a really crazy ending. I don't know if I like that ending. Let's just say the ending is saying everything's fixed and now Jonas gets to have a normal life. Hannah is going to give birth to Jonas, and he will never know any of this crazy stuff ever happened because this world will never have time travel. My one big question, I guess, leaving this episode is, who is the old lady and what is the importance of Regina? Like, I get that Regina is the old lady's daughter, and Regina somehow died as a product of the knot. So the old lady, she got into this mess just to save her daughter. But how did she get linked up with Jonas and Martha, and why are Jonas and Martha so important to the story? Those are the questions I don't quite understand. Like, why are Jonas and Martha Adam and Eve? It's a crazy show. How does a show like that go on for 3 seasons? Are you just, like, watching every episode and then at the end of every episode being like, I guess I have to watch another episode to kind of understand what's happening. But then at the end of the next episode, you're like, well, crap, I got to watch another episode. It's kind of the perfect trap for a TV show to do that. Just like constantly lead you, but never give you answers and just confuse you. So you're like, I have to keep watching or I'm going to be confused. It feels like with a show like this, it would be very easy for them to just like forget about some storylines. And so like, maybe this ending wasn't super satisfying, but maybe they did a good job. I don't know. And if you guys feel like this is a satisfying ending to the show, this is a show I would definitely consider going back and watching all the way through. Although I probably just ruined, maybe I'll wait 5 years to forget what happened and then I'll go back and watch it. But let me know in the comments if they did a good job of like tying all of this together. I'm just proud of myself that I figured out that Jonas is Adam and Martha is Ava, which is the German version of Eve. I really hope if that's right, please let me know in the comments so I can at least feel good about that. I'll consider this video a win if I got that right. Everything else, who can follow it? Who can do it? Nobody. Nobody knows what's going on. Also, I really hope this show was in German and it wasn't some other language, or else I'll sound like the stupidest person of all time. It's gotta be German. That guy looked so German. Also, I'm not racist against German people. I just can't tell them apart. They all look the same. That's not racist. Also, I'm German, so I think I just have face blindness. German people are great. Anywho, let me know in the comments what show I should watch just the finale of next. This one was extremely confusing. I don't know if I liked doing this one because of how confusing it was, or if I'd prefer a show that's like a little easier to grasp. But hit me with your suggestions, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!